Welcome to another episode of 3 Minute Critics. I am Eric. You're not even looking at me and you still crack. Welcome to another episode of 3 Minute Critics. I'm Eric.
I'm Tony. And today on 3 Minute Critics, we're reviewing 1917, rated R. I'm very excited. Starring Dean Charles Chapman, George McKay, and directed by Sam Mendes.
And this is a story of two young British soldiers during the First World War, and they're given an impossible mission to deliver a message deep into enemy territory that will stop 1,600 men and one of the soldiers' brothers from walking straight into a deadly trap.
Yes.
Lot to cover. Let's get to covering.
do
We're
it.
going to put 3 minutes on the clock. And Tony, what did you think of 1917?
I loved it from beginning to end. I thought this movie was spectacular, and let me tell you why.
I would love to know why.
Number
So would
one.
everybody else.
The one thing that I keep finding absent from the movies that get close recently is storytelling. Storytelling
Isn't that the truth?
the most concise, perfect way. It's done so beautifully in this film. It's done by the actors, the director, and the cinematography, which is basically, I've never seen this done before in this way. The super long uncut shots.
Yes, this movie does that. It makes it look like it's just one long shot throughout.
The whole thing
the whole
feels
movie,
like
yeah.
one long narrative that's just
Incredible
unbroken.
editing, yeah.
And it keeps you inside of the movie like you're there with the soldiers in the trenches at all times. What did you think, Eric?
You know, you might be surprised.
I might be.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Maybe they will be. What did you think?
Spectacular.
I'm not surprised.
Okay, well, not surprised. Maybe
not surprised.
maybe some of you are surprised. This, from beginning to end, like Tony said, this is storytelling at its
Yes,
finest.
absolutely.
It is simple. It's a very
Right.
simple story.
Super concise.
And
they
just-
don't stray from that.
They never stray from it. They stick to one
Mm-hmm,
thing. They take you on this journey. The thing, okay, there's so many great things about this movie
There
we can
really
never
are.
cover in 3 minutes. But
No.
let me tell you that the visuals are absolutely stunning.
And real, like nothing looked. I don't know if any of that stuff was CGI'd. I'm not sure what they did
didn't
or
matter,
didn't
'cause
do,
it
but it
looked
didn't matter
incredible.
because it was perfect. And again, the way they draw you in as the audience
Yes.
member with their cinematography.
Well, and to that point, what it felt like to me was this felt like it was a point of view. In other words,
Totally.
I didn't feel like I was watching this movie.
You
I
feel
felt
like
like I was
you're there.
in this movie. I was walking along with them. I was going down the corridors.
Yes.
I was in the open spaces.
Yes.
I was feeling everything that
and
was
a
happening
couple
during
of the
this.
spaces they create are phenomenal. When the lighting, when they get to the town, the burnt
Oh,
out town.
oh my God.
The lighting and the fires, and then the other soldiers coming out of
The-
nowhere, the German soldiers, and you don't know exactly who they are.
Exactly, and the way they used light and low light,
Beautiful.
and let's talk for a second about the score.
Oh, the score was excellent. Perfect.
Just
Classic Hollywood score.
it set the tone perfectly in every scene. This
Very well
movie
done.
is what a movie should be.
In every way, in my opinion, one of the year's best, if not the year's best.
Storytelling like you just haven't seen it in a long time. And again, back to those very, very basics. Because too often I think stories try to do too much. They try to go too far.
There were points in this movie where you thought maybe they would go astray.
Right, and you're like, please don't go there.
And
And
they
they didn't.
never
They
did.
never did. They
They
held
never
strong.
did.
They knew they had a great idea. They ran with it. And it never
So,
disappointed
Sam
at all.
Mendes,
and all the
beautiful work.
cast and crew, an amazing story.
Yes.
and
there's our horn.
and there's our horn. So that means we are at a time.
We are.
Yeah.
And now it's time to rate this mother on 5 stars. So Eric's going to start us off.
Yes, I will. There's just nothing not to love about this film. This is one of the best films I have seen in I can't tell you how long. I'm just not going to get in detail. It was all fantastic. I got to put this at the top of the heap. This is 5 stars out of 5. This
5
is
stars.
top.
Full top rating.
Full top rating. How about you, Tony?
Yeah, well, I concur. Eric's opinion on this film is exactly mine. This film was the best film I've seen in a long time. Really excellent.
Excellent.
And again, all coming down to using every element in this film to tell a concise, beautiful story. And I cried, and man, that's how I never do. I never cry.
It's a beaut.
This film's amazing. 5 full stars.
5. I mean, you
5
can't.
and 5. 10 out of 10.
Let's just say, yeah, this is a 10-star film.
It's a
If
winner.
you add up 5 and
It's a
5,
frickin' winner.
That's 10.
You like the math?
go see this film.
Impressive.
Just do yourself a favor. Wonderful film. Well, that's all
it.
we have time for. We're
That's
out of
all we
time. But we would love for you to subscribe right up here and see more of our fantastic movie reviews. And until next time, we are the 3 Minute Critics.
Later.